All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Today, our topic about coronavirus, and sound like it's getting worse. But for me, I have one topic always to speak about, even though we will talk about coronavirus. We heard in the news that Saudi Arabia they suspended any visas to visit the Kaaba and Mecca and Al Medina, which mean both city, which is considered as holy. So people like us, a human, cannot visit them because this is a supremacist cult. Believe that Muslims are clean and non-Muslims are filthy, dirty. Uh, Now it's very normal. I mean, a place where a lot of people go there to get infected. That's not really a big deal. But according to Islam, according to Muhammad, that is impossible. If we go to the Muhammad, what I like about Muhammad that he is a guy, he is the kind who cannot keep his mouth shut, and the more he talk, the more he do his poo-poo. So he talk a lot, and the more he talk, the more he do it. Muhammad said that neither the Messiah, the Dajjal, which is, who is this Messiah? Nobody, don't ask me. I mean, Muhammad, he came with the idea there's a false Messiah will come. It's supposedly not him, supposedly he is not the false one, but there is a false Messiah will come. Nor the false Messiah will come, nor the plague will enter the city of Medina. You see, the plague is not a disease by itself, is any any kind of illness kill people by a huge number, like all of them they have the same illness, is called the plague. In Arabic we call it ta'un. So no false Messiah and no plague will enter the Medina. In different hadith, Muhammad, he claimed that the angels are not going to allow that. There are at the approaches of Medina angels, so that plague and Dajjal shall not penetrate into it. As you see. Now, this hadith is enough alone to prove to you that Muhammad is a fraud. Forget about all the debate between Muslims and Christians, etc. As you see, this is a very authentic hadith. This is Sahih Muslim. We can show it to you from Sahih al-Bukhari. It's all over, So he claimed that there is angels are protecting the city of Medina, and no false Messiah. Forget about the false Messiah now, but no disease like the plague will enter it. However, I'm not going to wait until Corona. Actually, I showed you before, according to the United Nations official website, that the first time Corona has appeared, it was in Saudi Arabia, and the Corona like have different let us say numbers. It's the same, but the same virus, but it's like, let us say, it is developing itself. Let us see. I showed you the link anyway before I showed you the website. Now, one of you, he sent me email, says this is not about the same. No, it's the same, because all of those, they have numbers, they number them, because this the same virus is a change in its structures, depend in the let us say treatment he got. So like now you give him some drugs, and then this virus gets stronger and it change. It's very powerful let us say, system he have. Uh, let us see. All right, I think. Yeah, you see here, this is the World Health Organization. This is United Nation. This is United Nation. You see here, they call it coronavirus, MERS, because simply this is Middle East coronavirus. First time appear, it was in Saudi Arabia, 2000. In the I think 1912. I think, yeah, in the year 12. So, and they have about 2,102 cases. All right, 780 of them died. I mean, how come nobody speak about this? I mean, this is a huge number. 780 people died, and the rate of death is 37.1%. That's mean it is way higher than the coronavirus which we have in China right now. 31%. Do you see it? Here we have a hadith from Sahih al-Bukhari speaking about what happened to the city of Al-Madinah a long time ago, during just right after Muhammad he died. It says here, once I went to Medina where there was an outbreak of disease and the people were dying rapidly. Do you see it? Actually, in Arabic it says mawtan dhari'an, which means very fast. The people, like, they get infected, they die like in a day. Mawtan dhari'an. So it's like it is really very fast death. People die by hundreds, and all of them, they have obviously the same disease. But remember, Muhammad, he said that no disease can enter this city, for it is protected by angels. And now the Saudi Arabia government, they shut down all visas and visit from abroad to the Kaaba and to Mecca and Medina. Why? Because simply things is going out of hand. And if you Muslim believe that what Muhammad said, that angels are protecting Al-Medina, then you should not worry about Al-Medina. At least you should give visas to people and go like visit Al-Medina, because as you see, angels are protecting it there. So as you see, Muhammad, obviously, I mean, what I need more to prove that Muhammad is a fraud? Don't use bad language in the chat, otherwise we will block your name, please. Anyone use the F word, we will block you. Anyone use bad language, we are here to speak about religion, and we are a Christian. If you have a filthy mouth, take a hike. If you cannot clean your mouth before you talk, take a hike. All right. So as you see, I mean, the case is over. Islam proven to be false. Muhammad proven to be a false person. Muhammad is making a statement which is not true. And either you accept that Muhammad is a prophet, but yet he lie, claiming that God told him. Remember, he is not guessing. He is speaking about what? About the city of Medina protected by angels. So Who is the one who gave the order to the angels? Obviously not Muhammad, it's Allah, right? So how Muhammad learned about this? From Allah. So if Allah truly is a God for Muhammad, and Muhammad he received this information from Allah, obviously Allah is making fun of Muhammad. He's shaitan, he's Satan, because there is no way there's a true God, he will say something not true, and he will get his prophet busted. And remember, you know, the illness start like entering like crazy in this town. Right in the time of Muhammad. I mean, the guy, he was maybe still alive, or maybe right after he died. As you see, this is Umar, the caliphate. Umar is one of the companions of the Prophet. So if this is happening, it's going to happen either by the end of the life of Muhammad, or by, you know, when Umar was maybe the caliphate. However, is going to be very close to Muhammad time, for Umar was just one of the companions of Muhammad. So how Muhammad can be a prophet? If I say to you that you know, my city, I am a prophet, my city will never enter it. If you enter my house, you are safe. No disease can enter here. And then after that, disease enter. So isn't it clear proof that I am not a true prophet? One of you, he said that one of the most Islamic Ustad, Sheikh in Indonesia, he says coronavirus is the army of Allah. And supposedly he sent me a link in Patreon. I could not, I got nothing. He told me like he sent it, but I checked my mailbox, I got nothing. But according to this Indonesian person, you know, the Sheikh, he claimed that coronavirus is an army of Allah. You know, if you remember, about 10 days ago, we made a video about Muslims celebrating and happy that China is infected, claiming that Allah is the one who is punishing China. Allah is punishing China, and this is why coronavirus is the army of Allah. Right? Yeah, I know, but I did not get the link, so I can show it, you know. They told me that they sent the link to me, but I got nothing in my mailbox in Patreon. But imagine how crazy this cult is. They love to see disasters, and they, you know, this is the only cult in the world make people rejoice for disasters. I remember when tsunami happened. At that time, I used to use a Paltalk chat program. The Muslim, they open a chat room, you know, praise be to Allah, Allah he punished the kuffar by tsunami. And then they start posting. Not only that, I mean, like, those people, they have something about them. They fabricated Photoshop. Let me find it. I will find it for you. Here we go. Look at this. They fabricated Photoshop, claiming that the glorious name of Allah appeared in the wave of tsunami. But at that time, they thought that this is hitting Sri Lanka. They don't know that it hit Indonesia. Allahu Akbar, brother. Allahu Akbar. They heard the news, Australian tourists die, etc. So they start celebrating, you know, and they did the Photoshop, and look, this is supposedly, this is Allah. How this is Allah come with them? This is Allah. But then later they find that the tsunami, the majority of people who died, as you see even in the picture, there's a mosque. If you look in the picture here, there's a mosque in the middle. And the Muslim at that, after the tsunami, after the disaster happened, When they found that they are stupid, they are just celebrating the death of Muslims, and then they start posting those pictures. Subhanallah. You see, brother, the mosque is the only place is not destroyed. Because the mosque is built from concrete. The rest are poor houses. This is the money of Saudi Arabia. I mean, how tsunami will destroy a house from concrete? Tsunami is just a wave, will bring all the mud, or whatever, etc. This is a house from concrete. If your house is made from wood, etc., will be drifted. But this is showing you the madness and the ugliness of this cult, where people, their heart became evil, celebrating the death of nations just because they are from different religion. This is exactly what happened in 9/11. They start dancing in the street, giving candies for people who walk in the street, because today is a victory day. 3,000 Americans get killed. And you can search the videos in YouTube, you will find it. Tsunami is the same. So they start celebrating Allahu Akbar, Allah, He punished the kuffar, etc. May Allah destroy them all. This is what they pray. And the Islamic prayer, by the way, in the mosque is about cursing, asking people to be burned, to be killed. There's a famous prayer that Muhammadan they repeat in the mosque when they are angry from somebody. May Allah freeze the blood in his nerve, in his vein. May Allah stop his mouth from breathing. I mean, look at that. This is a prayer. And everybody behind the sheikh, you say, Ameen. It is absolutely a satanic cult. And this is exactly what happened. Let me search for just 2 weeks ago, when we start hearing the news about this, the Muslim, they posted thousands of posts that Allah punishing China by corona. Let me try to find you some of the madness. Actually, you can do the same. You can watch videos. This is a video memory TV where supposedly this person, I don't know who's he, maybe Sheikh, I'm not sure. New Jersey Friday sermon. Coronavirus punishment to Chinese. Who is saying that? A sheikh in the mosque in New Jersey. May Allah punish them for what they did to our Muslim Chinese. Loses from coronaviruses. Do you see it? Such as a coronavirus outbreak is a punishment visited by Allah upon epidemic in China. And they are praying for the death of every Chinese. This is how evil this cult is. Singapore ustaz mean like supposedly a master teacher. They are copying the Arabic, which is stupid, because you cannot call yourself ustad by being a sheikh. Says coronavirus is Allah punishment against the Chinese for oppressing Muslims. You see it? All of those. Look how many. I mean, there's endless posts. Like, we can keep going forever. Okay, now coronavirus is coming to Mecca, coming to Saudi Arabia. Actually, coronavirus came first of all came to Mecca before anyone else. And here we go. This is United Nation. This is United Nation showing you that this has really happened. First time happened was in Saudi Arabia. During the Hajj time. Nobody celebrate death unless he is sick. You see, when I hear that a disaster happened in a Muslim country, I don't dance for it. That is a shame. Those are people, they are human, they have a family, they have people who cry for them. They are not bugs. Islam make you believe that if you are not a Muslim, everyone else is a bug. I never heard of a Christian posting when 780 people die by corona in Saudi Arabia in less than a month. As you see, 37%. Right now, the death in China is way less than 37%. Which means the rate death of corona, the Middle East corona, which appeared first time in 2012, as you see in the screen, in Saudi Arabia, 37% was the death. It's almost half of the number of they are infected. The total of 780 human beings die. I never saw a Chinese, I never saw an atheist, I never saw a Christian, I never saw a Jew posting saying praise be to whatever God for the death of those Muslims. What a shame. This is the first time this corona appeared. It was in 2012. Sorry, I said before 19. Yeah, 2012. So how in the world human being can celebrate death of others? The answer is very simple. When you follow a ugly cult like Islam, then you do. And you see we have the proof in front of us. You do, and you do more. Guys, if you read Arabic, you will not believe it. Go and watch the videos. Like now there's a war happening in, let us say, in Libya, in Yemen, in Syria. Allahu Akbar, may Allah kill him. Allahu Akbar, brother, chop his head, brother. This is the religion, and everybody agree. I mean, nobody say this. What are you talking about? But because this is Islam. And then you will see a bunch of scumbags saying to us, Islam is peace. A bunch of scumbags, even those they claim to be Christians in our churches, I call them scumbag for sure, saying that Islam follow Abraham. Since when Abraham, he rejoiced for the death of people by disease? Is that what Abraham, he taught his children to do? How they can be following Abraham? The Messiah in the Bible says, if you are, and he was speaking to the Jews, not to people who have nothing to do with Abraham. If you are of Abraham, you do the work of your father. What kind of cult we are talking about? By the way, I just received a post in Facebook, somebody posting in Facebook that he decided to leave Islam. This guy, he called me before. He said no, he will not leave Islam, and now he posted in Facebook page saying that he decided to leave Islam. And guess what? Now coronavirus is spreading in Iran, spreading in Kuwait, in Qatar, in Bahrain, in Emirat, everywhere. Who is the one who will save the Muslims? The Muslim scientist? Who is exactly you Muslims will save you? When you are going to use the drugs now to fight coronavirus, this drug is made where? From which country you are going to buy the drugs? Is it made in Mecca? Or maybe Allah, he will send it to you. So now you were celebrating death of Chinese. Here we go. Coronavirus is coming to your door. Get ready. And now you will kiss the hand of the Chinese to give you more information about the disease, and maybe they have a vaccine. Or you will call the Israeli scientist. The funny, the Prince of Emirat and the Kuwait, they invited very famous doctors from around the world. You know, money, a lot of money. You know, like, okay, bring him. We will pay him $1 million a day. Just bring him, okay, whatever he is. You know, famous doctors, but none of them is an Arab. And those are like scientists, not just doctors. I mean, like those are, because today you do not need a doctor really to fight the virus. You need somebody, you know, he's a pharmacist. He can, you know, he can do his own experiment and find a way to stop the disease, because doctors, they just use what those who do work in the pharmacy business, let us say, scientists, what they make. Doctors, they don't make drugs. We know what the disease is, so we do not need a doctor really to tell us what it is. Who is the one is going to find the vaccine for coronavirus? For sure, Allah. And here I want to remind people about this virus. Actually, you see, this virus, you know, we don't want to be the same as Muslims rejoicing for death. For sure, we cannot rejoice for death of any children, women, men, old, young, dying. I mean, this is ugly, but it is important to remember that life which is given to you can be taken from you in a second. You see, what happened to a human being, as long as he is healthy, he think he is God. And I'm serious about that. He think he own the world. He think the world is under his arm, in his pocket, especially if you have money. You know? I don't want to believe in God. I don't care for God. God is a joke, etc. And then when something bad happens, suddenly you will find this atheist crying like a baby saying God. Suddenly he remember God. You see, the best time a human being here remember God is when he is dying. Here we go. Annie, she is a pharmacist, and she is retired. Well, Annie, by the way, we Arab, we make better drugs from you. We are the first one who advised the whole universe drink camel urine. I will tell you, this is a true story. There was about 10,000 people sick. And I was at that time in a country, it's called Chico, Brasilia, Sri Lanka, which is very close in the borders of, Holland. And those people, they were like sneezing, like hachu, hachu, and all of us, they will die by the morning, you know. And then they said to me, "Do you have anything, any medicine to help us?" I said, "The only medicine I know is the medicine which is prescribed by Prophet Muhammad." And they told me, like, "What is that medicine?" I said, "Camel urine." And man, oh man, they have only 5 camel in the zoo, and now we have to get urine for all those people. So I come with an idea, because I'm an Arab, I'm smart, you know me. So what I did, I put a hose in the mouth of the camel, brother, and then we tape his mouth, and the hose is inside, and we open the water. So the water go inside the mouth of the camel as water, come out as a urine, and people drink. And brother, I made everybody, by the help of a Prophet Muhammad, recover. In the morning, everybody is like a donkey, like a horse. And if you don't believe me, this is happening. I told you the name of the country. It's called, Chaco, charcoal, actually, charcoal, Czechoslovak, Brazil, Honolulu. It's a very well-known country. I mean, even their flag is like very, very. They have a flag like 15 meter by 20 kilometer. Yeah. Why you don't use the camel urine of the prophet? As long as the prophet, he, if you are sick and you want to be, just why you want to close Mecca, you want to close airline, why you want to shut down your borders, why you are terrified, why, how Corona entered the Medina, how Corona entered, all what you need is just camel urine. Hmm? Hmm. What we can say, what we can do. By the way, I did it. I came earlier today. Uh, I said to myself, let me give time for, because some people complain I'm getting so late. So I will do it that the other time, which is like 2 hours more from now. But we will mix it so we can get a chance for more people to join us from different location. Iran VIP infected Saudi house pilgrimage from Israel. Okay, hold on. Do you know that even the health minister of Iran, I think, like he's an official, I don't know what his job, he got sick with coronavirus. I mean, it's really horrible. And the funny, those in those countries, by the way, even if the half of the population die, nobody will know about it. Nobody will know about. I remember there's a guy. His name is James White. I don't know if you know him. James White is a guy who lost his hair from reading too much. But he read too much, but he know nothing about Islam, about the Middle East. And yet he wanna open his mouth and when he teach about the Middle East. So when he speak about the Middle East, he do poo poo. He literally do poo poo. So James White in one of his videos says that the Middle East was saved from the plague while the plague was eating Europe. I mean, what this guy is talking about? Let me tell you, my friend, why nobody knows about the plague in the Middle East, because it's not important. Just before the oil discovery, nobody even knows what is in Saudi Arabia. Nobody even remember where it is located. Since the oil came, you know about them. Before that, nobody talk about them. So Europe is the center where civil lives, philosophy, scientists. So when a disaster happened, everybody write about it. But when something happened to the Middle East, there is people write about it, but you are not the one who can tell us that did not happen. As you see, even the Abdul, they wrote in their books about disasters in the middle of the Islamic cult, cities. This is the city of Al Medina. People were dying by thousands. And then this guy, he says to you, the Middle East was saved from plague. And I don't know what he said after. I forgot what he said, the reason. This is why it's very important, before you put a trust in somebody you want to listen to, you have to be sure that he is not making poo-poo, because there's many people, they claim to be ministers, they have a PhD, doctor, Dr. James White. I mean, what do you want more? Doctor, that's it. But you see, doctor doesn't mean he know anything. Actually, I noticed that those who hold a degree is the last one to know. I have a degree in Islamic law, but I did not learn about anything about Islam from my degree. My degree in law have nothing to do with Islam, actually. Why? Because they teach you, if this happen, you do this. But this is not Islam. Islam, you can read the garbage. They will never show you the garbage. So you study Islamic law, okay? Islamic law, like we study a book. It's called Usul al-Fiqh. Okay, you go and read. The I don't know how to translate the word in English. Like let's say the rules of. I'm not sure how to translate this. Let me see if I can translate using Google translation. Hold on. Google Translate. Okay, uh, I know this is what it came in the screen. I don't know if that will be accurate. أصول الفقه.
Fundamentals of jurisprudence.
All right, this is a translation from Google Translation. I'm not sure if this is a good translation, but it's look like it's close to. So anyway, you study, but you learn nothing. It's just stupid things. Everything I learned really about Islam is not there. I learned it by my own study, by my own research. How about Ravi? I don't know Ravi, my friend. I'm not talking about Ravi. I'm talking about a guy. He say something about Islam. He do poo-poo. James White, he said once, anyone who say Islam as all is ISIS, he is lying. Islam is ISIS. Actually, the true Islam is ISIS. So this guy, he's proven to me that he's an idiot when it's come to speak about Islam. Danny, you need to tag a name before, so I can read. No, I read the questions, but not necessarily I will answer your question, my friend. Anyway, what is your question, Danny? All right. Hey, Dominic, how are you? I don't care, who you like who. For me, what I care for, if a person speaks the truth about Islam, then he is right. If not, we have to either correct him. If he's a stubborn, we will give him a spank. As simple as that. You know what I mean? If you claim to have knowledge, you see, if you don't have knowledge, why you open your mouth? Why you say things which are not true? And you are deceiving the Christians. So when you say Islam is not ISIS and yet you are a Christian minister, you are lying. Because there's no way you have a PhD, which means you are a person of you learn in how to research, and you debate many Muslims before, and you do not know that the true Islam is ISIS. Isn't it Muhammad? He says, I've been ordered to fight and kill all mankind until they convert to Islam. So is Muhammad ISIS or not? So how you say the one who says Islam is ISIS is a liar? You see, when he's saying that, the Muslim, they use it against us. Because he's a very well-known Christian minister. I say, look, here we go. They use his video to promote lies. Is that Muhammad or this is the neighbor? He been ordered to fight all mankind, kill them all, unless they convert to Islam. Then they say to you that ISIS is not Islam. Is killing the Christians, cleansing the Christians from the Arabian Peninsula and cleansing the Jews from the Arabian Peninsula, is that ISIS act or Muhammad? This is Muhammad. Is that Muhammad words? The messenger said, if I live, if Allah wills, I will expel the Jews and the Christians from the Arabian Peninsula. How he will expel them? By the sword, kill whoever he can kill, and the rest they will run away. And then they say to you, you will get someone claim to be a Christian minister, that Islam is not ISIS. And by the way, if you are a person who is politically correct, you get more support because the truth hurt. And these days, everybody is doing business. Nobody want to share the truth, because sharing the truth can cost you your life. I mean, it's dangerous. Even Muhammad, he ordered the Muslims. He told them that you are the best of mankind. Islam is a supremacist Arab cult. You are the best of mankind. And what is the best of mankind the duty to do? Save people from coronavirus? No. You go and you bring them and put the chains around their necks. You are the best of people ever, raised up for the benefit of mankind. When you see the word benefit between two brackets, the Muslims added, you think like those people, they will make a vaccine for coronavirus, they will build houses for us, they will. No. The best, he explained, the best for mankind are those who bring them with the chain round their necks till they embrace Islam, so they will not go to hell. Do you see it? I am an ex-Christian. Muhammad Michael, I think you are the Mother Teresa. You used to be the Mother Teresa, and I will not be surprised that if you claim to be the Pope. How about you give me a call, Muhammad Michael? Let us see, and so everybody will be laughing at you. Aren't you claiming to be an ex-Christian, Muhammad Michael? Here we go. I will open my Skype just for you. Do you dare to call me? And in 2 minutes, people, they will be dying laughing at you lying. Hello? Do you dare? Maybe you can make me Muslim too. Maybe you can make me ex-Christian. I open my Skype for you. Do you dare? He's even not texting anymore. He's gone with the wind. He's purchasing camel urine from the Prophet. Muhammad, fiction or fact? Doesn't matter, my friend. If he's fiction or fact, that will not change anything. I don't focus on those things. I focus in getting Islam busted. You know what I mean? Focus in the head of the snake. And as you see, the second I challenge them, they die. Focus always in the head of the snake. We here, we don't rate lies. We destroy it in its place. Someone from this, okay, yeah, he claimed that, okay. You see, I will tell you a story. I wish at that time I have a recording program to record it, because you would die laughing. A guy in a chat room, the Muslim, they invited a lot of people. Chat room, kind of like Paltalk, they have a paid chat room. It can fit up to 1,000. Imagine 1,000. You see, at that time 1,000 is like now. Like now we have 581, and we are not like, not really busy, because I'm not coming in the time I used to come. But they have more than the chat room you cannot have more people inside. Why? Because they get the Pope. The Pope converted to Islam. And look what the story is. This guy, he claimed to be that he was the Pope of the Catholic. And he is an Egyptian. I never heard of a Pope as an Egyptian. Since when? And then, brother, he converted to Islam. One day he was praying as a Muslim. They opened the door and they found him praying to Allah. And then the priest, they capture him and they tie him up and they put him in a dark room. And every day they bring 12 lions and they order them to turn their back and they whip him with their tail. 12 lions. And they order that lions to whip him with their tail, with their tail. And he have marks in his body, brother. Chat room, you know. I swear by Allah, if I have a camera, I will show you. And he's almost crying. And then, brother, one day Allah inspired him to run away. So he opened and he broke the toilet seat. And he went in the sewage. And he came out in Egypt. I was literally dying from laughing. I mean, do you know how far Egypt is from the Vatican? So he went in the toilet seat, down in the sewage. He came out in Egypt. I mean, look like there is a sewage connected directly. All excuse my language. Look like all the shit of the Pope is imported to this guy in Egypt. And the Muslim in the chat, Allahu Akbar, brother. Allahu Akbar. May Allah bless you, brother. We are sorry for your suffering, brother. I mean, nobody noticed that this guy is a fraud. Welcome to Islam. Right? Now, do we have any Muhammadan want to say something? Or you are brave to talk to me in your video, make a video about me. Christian Prince getting busted. Or if you get me busted. I never saw a Muslim don't get me busted. Actually, I bought a glue just to glue myself because I get busted every day. I mean, like, and I know I am #1 buyer for a glue from Amazon.com. Actually, if you see me, you will not recognize me no more because, like, I don't know how to glue things together, brother. Like even the ustaz from Indonesia, they will not debate me because I'm broke. There's nothing to break left, brother. That's it. I mean, his nose in his toes. There's nothing left of him. I am soon I will be out of it, you know, like this is why people they are making donation, brother. Like, do you think the donation is made by the Christians? I can spend it for something useful? No, I'm buying glue, brother. Again, glue. I go to home, like in Home Depot, they knew me. They say that the guy who buy glue. I go to Walmart, they say, okay, the guy who buy glue. You know. Even I wanted to find a wife to get married from, and then I don't know how she said, "Are you the glue guy?" How in the world she found out? I don't even have a picture in the profile. Unbelievable. When the fact we are the one who turn Muhammad pieces every time we go live on air. When the fact is we are the only one who open our Skype and he say who dare. That is the truth. We should pray for Muslims. My friend, pray for the Muslims, pray to everybody. But if you want to help the Muslims, it's not by praying for them alone, because prayer alone without work, this is what the Bible says. Faith without fruits is a false faith. So those who say pray to the Muslims but yet they don't want to do anything, I mean, okay, how you will save them? What do you mean pray to the Muslims? You see, did Jesus pray to save us, or he come to this earth to save us? He come to this earth, he talked to us, he preached, he teach, he did miracles, all of this to save us. Everything the Messiah he did, it was for one purpose, not for his benefit. It was for us, to save us. Otherwise he just, okay, Father saved him, it's over, right? The Messiah, he gave his life for you to save you. And I find it really funny that, suddenly a Christian, he will say to you, pray to the Muslims. Okay, that's it. It's like somebody is dying because he don't have a vaccine for coronavirus. Okay, I understand you don't have a vaccine, so you say pray for him because this is the only solution we have left. But if there is other solution, you don't say only pray. You do about it. You do something. The Bible is full of verses about rebuking those who they are doing wrong. And all what those Christians want to do, just to pray. Pray for this guy. Pray. Okay, we pray. We got it. We got it. We pray. But this is not enough. If your son is taking drugs, you pray for him to stop only, or you talk to him. You try to guide him. You try to help him. So stop being, using this mentality, because many Christians, they have this mentality. They think Christianity is just about praying for others. That's not true. It's like saying somebody, he is dying from hunger and you pray to God to feed him. You feed him. The Messiah, he said, I was hungry and you feeded me. I was thirsty and you gave me water. I was a prisoner and you visited me. I was a stranger and you took me in. He did not say and you prayed for me. I was a prisoner and you prayed for me. I was sick and you prayed for me. I was hungry and you prayed for me. No, he said, and you visited me. You took me in. You did an action. That is the teaching of Christ. Do we have any Muhammadan want to say anything? So, as you see, what we discover here, that Muhammad is a fraud. Muhammad, he promised that Allah is protecting the city of Medina by angels and nobody can enter it. And no, I say nobody, I mean no disease, no illness, no plague. And as you see, the Medina was, even right after his death in the time of the Caliphate Umar, the Medina was, there's an outbreak of a very bad, nasty disease killing tens of thousands. We don't know how, because this was all the way from the Medina, Mecca, Syria, all, I mean, the whole area was dying. To the point, even the ruler of the Muslim ruler of Syria at that time, he died by the same disease. And then when we have a virus like this corona, and instead of Muslims, showing some support for a human being, you are a human being, forget about your religion now. No, they cannot. And instead of being a human being, supporting all those, I mean, how many people, they lost their father, they maybe they don't have anyone to feed them now, nobody to take care of them. I mean, maybe he is the only one, he is responsible for the family. What we do, instead of feeling sorry for them, we celebrate events to tsunami. We make thousands and millions of posts in YouTube, in channels, sheikhs talking that they believe that Allah is the one who punishes China by sending coronavirus. But there's a lot of Muslims in China too, you idiot. And now China is coming to your door. It's all over Iran. It's all over Kuwait, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia. It's all, and in the Middle East. This is something about Middle Eastern countries and government. In the Middle East, if there is one, if there is like 1,000 people die, they will say half one. Do you remember once I made a video about those who die in the Hajj? They walk in the top of each other. Anyone remember? At that time, Saudi Arabia government, they said 200 something died. 200. I made a video, I says, well, if the Saudi are saying whatever like number, it's going to be maybe 4 or 5 times, it's going to be maybe 2,000, etc. I don't know really what's happening there. And later we found that more than 5,700 died. Yet they say 200 people. 5,000 people, 5,700 people died, and you say 200. How the 5,700 became 200? And remember, those are, many of them, they are foreigners. They have to be sent to their country, which means you cannot hide it. They are not like local. We can just bury them and nobody will know. So when they say to you, we have 10 people dying from corona, that means they have maybe you know, 1,000. That's in the Middle East. That is the Middle East. The one who's asking Muhammad why he walked away from Jesus, my friend, those are liars. They are angry from my channel because a lot of Muslims leave Islam because of my videos and because they call me. So they come here, they say Christian Prince. They are liars. Don't take them seriously. And right now, actually, I'm thinking to apply for a visa to go to Saudi Arabia, and I will start a farm, you know, for camel urine, because this is the time for camel urine. That's it. We have a solution. This is Allah advice, and this is the medicine of Allah. Who need medicine? Who need doctors? Just camel urine. We have actually not only camel urine, we have honey, brother. Honey, brother. Ajwa, brother. You eat 7 ajwa, brother. I mean, look at this guy. He told the Muslims, if you eat 7 ajwa a day, ajwa is a palm date fruit, 7 of them. No poison can kill you, and no black magic can hurt you. What black magic? I mean, how in the world black magic will be stopped by food? I mean, do you see any connection? Like a black magic, in order to be stopped by a food, it have to be something we eat too. If a black magic is true, you see, food or anything enter your mouth, it can be either harmful or useful. But black magic is not something entering your mouth. So how the ajwa can fight the black magic? Just let it go. Muhammad is talking, doing poo-poo. Forget about it now. But how ajwa, if you eat 7 of them, no poison can affect you? Who's a Muslim who try that? You know, the Muslim, they say, the Bible says that no poison can kill the Christians. There's no way that the Bible is saying that, as you understand, because Jesus himself, he was killed in Christianity. Jesus himself was killed, the Lord of the Christians. So obviously the verse is not what you are trying to say. The poison is that nobody, Jesus, he said, they can kill your, you know, they don't be afraid of those who destroy the body. Be aware of those, or afraid of those who destroy the soul or the spirit. So for us as the Christians, no poison can kill us, which means no poison of the devil, poison of Islam, poison of cults, poison of the world can kill us, because our eternal life is guaranteed by believing in the Messiah. Because the poison is you poisoning your head, believing in the virgins, private parts, gold and silver in heaven. You know, you Muslim, you made God a pimp house, you know, his house. But as you see, Allah Apostle said, if you eat 7 ajwa a day, every morning, you will not be affected by poison and magic. And guess what? Muhammad himself was affected by both, and he died by poison, not only affected. According to Muslims, Muhammad was affected by magic, and to the point he was not, he imagined himself having sex, but in fact he was doing laundry. And Muhammad, he died by poison, as Aisha reported. So look at the fraud. He taught us what the medicine, but yet himself he infected by both, and he died by poison. Do you remember the guy who his brother is sick? Who remember the hadith? Let me see if I can find it in English. There's a guy, his brother is sick, so he came to Muhammad and he told him, my brother is sick. Muhammad told him, go and let him eat honey. Okay. The guy, he went, and he came after a few days. He said, my brother is getting more sick. He told him, I told you to make him drink honey. I said, I did that. He's sick. He's getting more sick. He went again. Few days more, he came back. The guy is obviously dying, Here we go. I found it. Look at this story, how hilarious it is. A man came to the Prophet and said, my brother has got loose motion. Not loose motion. The Prophet said, let him drink honey. The man again came and said, I made him drink honey, but that made it worse. The Prophet has said the truth. The Prophet said, Allah has said the truth, and the belief if your brother has told a lie. Have you ever heard of such a doctor? Your brother Tommy, your brother's stomach, your brother's organs are lying. Allah told the truth, which means he claimed that the honey medicine is coming from Allah. Allah told him to give you honey. In different hadith, by the way, they say that the story is longer, and they say that this guy, he recovered. Look at this. It says here, a person came to Allah, Apostle told him that his brother balls were loose. Thereupon the Messenger of Allah said, give him honey. So he gave him honey, and then he came and said, I gave him honey, but it was only made his balls more loose. He said this 3 times. 3 times. Which means he came 3 times. He came already 3 times to Muhammad, saying to him that the guy is getting more worse. And then he came in the 4th time, 4th visit, and the Holy Prophet said to him, give him honey. He said, I gave him honey, but it only made him go worse. Whereupon this, Allah Messenger said, Allah has spoken the truth, and your brother boys, they are wrong. So he made him drink honey, and he was recovered, brother. Oh boy. Don't go to a Muslim doctor. He will say to you that your stomach is wrong. Oh boy. Not science. First time he's not working. Second time is not working. Third time not working. 4th time not working. But at the end it worked, brother. It says here he recovered, brother. Can you deny it says that? We do not know if you see in different hadith it doesn't say that. I think this is addition. Because if you look in the Arabic, it says here This is the conversation of your prophet. Your prophet never say فَسَقَاهُ فَبَرَأ. This is something addition. From here to here, this is the statement about Muhammad. That's it. The rest is addition by Muslims. Hold on, we have a guy. His name is Danny. How I can help you, Danny? I think Danny he have some issues. He need help. Danny, there's something I can do for you, my friend. I'm trying to find what you are posting because I see your people are somehow upset from you. So do you like to say anything to me, Danny? This is your opportunity. Here we go. I'm just looking at your, watching for your text. Do you want to say anything to me? Corona can be healed if you have agreed with Allah. You have agreed with Allah what? So how Allah did not heal Muhammad? He died by poison like a rat. Bible said that we have been chosen before the world made. This our destiny. If we are born, no. You see, God, He knew who is the one who is going to be choosing Him, which means we are chosen for we choose Him. That's why the Messiah said, not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do His will. So, do God have a knowledge? He do. But who is the one who made decision to do the will of God? It's us. So, we are chosen for He knew us. The Messiah, He says, I know my sheep and my sheep, they know me. So if you want to speak about Christianity as the Christians believe, not as your fantasy is. You can go right now to the bedroom, close your eyes, and imagine Christ saying that. That's mean we are, we are not Christian. Really, He made us. That's it. Before He created us, no Christian believe in that. This is why the Messiah said, "Not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord." Here we go. The other Christians by name say, Lord, Lord, by name, but they don't do the will of God. They will go to hell. Not everyone, but the one who do His will. So what is the requirement? Is to do the will of God. That is you doing the will of God. So don't make up stories and try to explain things as you wish. I thought you said I don't say anything about Islam from myself. Only read your scholar. So you are saying scholars add words? Are you a joke? Okay, hold on. This is a response to you, because you are the Muslims. I will give you an example. We have a guy. His name is Fifi. I was reading a hadith. I said Imam Murrah. He said there's no Imam in Islam. His name is Murrah. There is no Islam in Murrah. And then a bunch of Abdul like you, and you are one of them, come here and you post, there's no one in Islam named Murrah. We never heard of a scholar named Murrah. So look at you, how hypocrite you are. When I show you your scholar saying something, you yourself, you reject them. Or what I said here, this is addition by the one who report, not your God, Prophet Muhammad saying that. How I am not saying, it doesn't say that, CP. I'm saying that it's not your prophet said that. And now let us see, as long you remind me of this Murrah. Stupidity is a must. You go and watch Fifi and Susu and Mimi. He never heard of Murrah because he's a donkey. There is no Imam, his name is Murrah, brother. This is the book of Al-Bidayah and Nihaya. And the funny, I show it in the screen. I mean, I'm reading from the screen. And this, you get the idiot. And those Abdul, they believe what he's saying. Actually, I don't think even they believe. I think they agree just because he's saying whatever he's saying. He's just attacking Christian Prince. This is the Al-Bidayah wa Nihaya for Ibn Kathir, volume number 1, page number 128. Does it say Murrah? It doesn't say that, CP. Who knows Arabic? He can call me right now so we can read together. Hmm? Any Muhammadan? Do you see his name? Potatoes. And then every Muslim come to the chat, he says, CP, tell us about Imam Murrah. In China, and still I like the Chinese after whatever Corona. I mean, this is just a disease, can happen anywhere. They say he left as a donkey, he never came back as a horse. And this is what happened when your teacher is a donkey. Okay, this is even worse. If he is not an imam, then why Ibn Kathir reporting from him? Who was he? He is higher than imam actually. Because look, the one who is reporting from him is the highest of Islamic scholar. So when my name appear, let me translate this page so everybody will laugh. Shall we? When my name appear in the list, but this guy, he do not know, by the way, that this name is exist. He's an idiot. He's just a joke. Let us translate to English. Why is translation is not coming? Translate to English, okay. And now how we can find him in English. Let us see. Potato word. Anyone see it? I don't know where to see it now. This is the English translation. But anyway, I mean, reported by, from the Sahih, from الترمذي وقد روى الترمذي والنسائي وابن حيان في صحيحه وابن أبي حاتم في تفسيره من حديث عطاء بن السائب بن مر عن مر الهمزاني عن ابن مسعود. Ibn Mas'ud is one of the names. Allah, a prophet, he mentioned his name, that which means he is from the time of Ibn Mas'ud, from the time of the companion. And this edict, he says to us, listen, an imam, all of those, all the Sahaba of Muhammad, actually, they are imam for the Muslims. Because the best of Muslims is the companion of Muhammad. So if he is saying he's not an imam, so what he is, he said he does not exist. We don't have someone in Islam like this. You never heard of the name. But I'm trying to find here where the name appear in English. Hold on. Oh boy, this page is endless. It's hard to find it here now. You see, because this page is not like a normal page. Let me see if I can find different page which is smaller. Anyway, they are a bunch of jokers. There you go. We found different page. Hold on. We will use this one. This is different book. It is Siyarul A'lam, volume number 4, page number 70. The good thing about this page that it is small, so a translation will not be make us lose where to find it. Now here we go. His name is in red. They never heard of him. They are learning Islam from him. Look, the name here is gone in translation. So his name is Murra al-Hamadani. You know, we saw how he prayed, etc. Blah 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 blah. He never heard of him because he's the, you know, that's why they don't dare to call me. Potatoes, spanking time. Anyway. You see, actually, you Muslims, you should reject anything is addition to what your prophet said. Did your prophet say that? No. So why you are adding it? You are reporting hadith. You are reporting a hadith, which means you are reporting what your prophet said. What the guy said to the prophet and what the prophet said. Why you are adding at the end this? So he made him drink. Obviously, there's somebody. This is not your prophet saying that. So I just said, this is your prophet saying that? No. You Muslims added. Because different hadith doesn't say that. Here we go. If we go back. All right. This is al-Bukhari. This is the hadith as it is, word by word. Where is it says that he made him, he recover? This is al-Bukhari. What happened? How come it's not here? Because Islam is a fraud. This is the conversation between your prophet and the guy. The rest is addition. Any Muhammadan? Who is next? And what kind of a prophet he said to the guy who is dying? You know, he's obviously very sick. And you know how somebody told you I have a pain, you give him honey. I mean, that's it. So Muhammad, he claimed that he is God told him, as you see. Believing in Jesus Christ is the will of God. You know, Jesus Christ is God himself, my friend. The Christ himself is God, is our Lord. He is the visible image of the invisible God. Any Muhammadan? Who's next? And as you see here, Muhammad, he lied. He says that the disease will never enter the city of Medina. Why? Because there's angels are protecting it. And then we find that tens of thousands of people, you know, affected in the whole area, including the Medina, and people were dying. How many of you saved this reference? Any of you save it? Right? I know, but believing in him is this will, right? I don't understand what you are saying, Tom and Jerry. Your question is like a Tom and Jerry cartoon. Christ is the visible image of the invisible God. And when the Messiah says, not everyone says to me, God, God, but the one who do the will of my Father, which means my will is exist. Before you met me, before you saw me, your father Abraham, he saw me and he rejoiced my day. This is what he said to the Jews. You know, he says, your father Abraham, he saw me and he rejoiced my day. They said to him, how this happened? You are not even 50 years old. Why? Because they don't understand. So he said to him, before Abraham I am. So obeying the will of the Father is obeying God in heaven and God on earth. For God in earth is the visible image of the invisible. We pray that the Lord, He provide us, He protect us, He protect Muslims, Hindus, Buddhas, Jews, atheists, everybody. He provide to them so they might choose before they die to believe in Him, and they will be saved. We pray for countries they are suffering from this disease, like China and all other countries like Iran. People there, they are in chaos and things is getting really ugly. And we pray that we will not have what they have to. And with this we say Amen. Thank you and God bless. Take care.